Are you having trouble building your Corvette ship in No Man's Sky? I'm Controlled Chaos. In this video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to make it easier for you building your Corvette ship. Let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here. And I'm going to interact with this, and I am going to create a new ship to give us a blank canvas. And the first thing you need to do is hit Z, of course, and bring this up. And you want to start off with two landing pads or gears. You can do the landing thrusters one if you want them on the side and have the thrusters, or you can do the regular one and place it on there. On this one, you're going to place the holes or the pieces on the side. On this one, you're going to place them on top. I'm going to start with this one here. I'm going to put it like right around over here. And I want to let you know for the first tip, when you're placing these down, you want to make sure that you are looking out towards the exit of the space station. Reason being is your cockpit will always face that direction. It does not rotate. So that is tip number one. So we got that put in place. Now, the next thing you want to do before you do anything else is you want to set up your holes or your hubs, as they're called in this game. And the hubs are your hallways and your areas that your character can walk through. Now, you may think that this loading bay is a hub, and in a way it is, but will block off one wall. So it will give you three areas to walk around. You want to make sure that's either connected by the back, the sides, something like that, to other hubs to make sure it works. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and start off with putting a hub down here. I'm going to place it right about here. I'm going to place that there, and then I want to put in my landing bay. I'm just going to put a basic one in here like so. So now I have complete access into that. And then, as I was mentioning, you want to connect the whole hubs together like so. So I'm doing this and creating this kind of setup here and going like that. Now I can actually go in and choose a cockpit to put in. I'm going to place this cockpit right like so. Now, as you can see with this formation, all of the hubs connect together, and this works out great. I can expand it out and make more if I want. So I could take another one and place it over here. Let's say I want to add another one back to here, so I have a big area here to deal with and go through, and I've done that. Now we can go on to the decorating, because I know this will all work, but there's a few things you need to have on your ship in order to be able to save it. One of those other things that you need to have is, first off, you need to have a reactor of some form on there. So I'm going to take this reactor, I'm going to place it right here. I'm just going to place it up there. Looks like a nice fit area. Looks like it worked great. You also need to have a shield generator. So I'm going to take this shield generator. I'm going to plop it down right here. Then we also need to have some weapons. So for the weapons, I'm going to place a weapon here. I'm going to place a weapon here. In fact, actually, I'm going to move this weapon. So all I have to do is right click, left click on it, move it to here. So that works out there. Now I have my weapons, I have my hole, I have my reactor, I have my shield generator. And now if I want to, I can right click and I can say create current design, and you notice no thruster systems because we forgot the thruster systems. So we need to add those in. And that's very simple. I can choose all these different thruster systems I want. Different thruster systems connect on differently, such as this one connects on through the sides. Then we have this one that also connects on the sides here, will not connect any other direction. You need to have side pieces for that. Then same with this one, it needs side pieces to connect to. We also have this one that also requires side pieces, as you can see. We have these that will connect to the back, and then these other three will connect to the back, and then this one also connects to the side. So you need to be picky on how you do that. So an easy way I can do that is I can go over here to parts, and down below I have connector parts that I can throw in. So I can throw in like right here. I can throw in a piece there, and now I can go over to my engines, select the engine parts that I want and connect them in this way. So I could sink this one in, push this one out, and I can put that there. You notice this one isn't connecting over there. Just hit the E key and it rotates it or flips it the other direction. So I got the basis there set up of what is needed. Now, when I go and say finish design, look at that. It allows, and I can compare the two that I have. I already have a ship. I'm going to replace it with this one. And now this is a good time for you to go and test your configuration. Go in and check. But there's a problem with my design. Problem with my design is the pure simple fact that I have no way up to my cockpit with how I designed it. And that is because I need to put in stairs. So I'm going to hit Z again, just like we do with base building. And right here, we have a stairway. You want to be careful placing this, because if I place this, like let's say right here, you notice that as I look, there was no way up. If I place it here, you can see that there is a way up. So if I click here, place it, boom, there we go. I'm got a way up, but it goes to nothingness because I have an open space there. So if I click on this again and hit C, click on it, I'm going to move it one more forward to here. This is a good placement because now this puts me into that hub that I put out there, which allows me to get to my cockpit. Now I have a free movement to my cockpit. So I've made the change to that. So if you make multiple layers, make sure that you put the stairways in to the connections for that. Now I've done all that and I made sure I can get to my cockpit. This is where I can start designing. So I'm going to modify the build that I've done. I'm going to start adding in the pieces to complete this up. So what I can do here is I can start going in. I'm going to hit X and I can start filling in other parts. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So like, let's say I take this here, or I can actually, I'm going to put that there. This up to here. Take this, move that to there. And take this piece here and move it to there. Now I'm going to go back to here, back to this, take this, I'm going to hit E to flip it one more time. So we have that section there. So that is all done. And the next thing I want to do is I want to start modifying this out. I want to make this look really, really good. So I'm going to hit, not E, but I'm going to hit R to flip this upside down. So I've done that. And I'm going to hit R again, put that there. Then what I want to do is I want to rotate it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the scroll wheel to rotate. Makes it easy to rotate. Now I'm going to take this piece here, plug it in there, R, plug that in there to give that look and that feel. Then over here, I can start doing the same thing to flip that around. I'm going to here, put that one. I actually want to do something different. I'm going to take that, I'm going to leave that as is. Go in here, I'm going to go down to these filler parts. Choose a bunch of these different ones to put in to create the effect I want. I want 1 by 1 area. I'm going to take this one, I'm going to just plug it in like that. And then this is not a hole, this is just a filler gap piece to fill it up and make it look good. But we can continue on in creating our stuff. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to choose something like this. Just going to rotate it around. Get the right feel I want. Not going to do what I want exactly. So So you just keep on looking at the different pieces that you use. Work for this. Flip this one around. Move that there. And you just sort of play with the designs. So, for instance, rotate this around. That. I could put that there. But I'm going to play around with this a bit more. I don't like the look of that one there. Can't really move it that much, so I'm going to get rid of it. That's the one thing, is sometimes you're going to have things that don't place nicely that you like. So you have to play around with the parts. So what I'm wanting to do, I'm actually wanting to lift that up more. So I'm going to take this, rotate it around. See, you notice this one doesn't have a rotate that well. I'm going to move that up to there. I'm going to add in, and I want to make changes once more. This, place that there. Actually, got a better idea. Do a 2. I'm going to take this and go there. Now, let's say I want to fix the way that lower part looks. And do that with these pieces here. So I could take like this piece here, rotate it around. There we go. See how that looks? I've added the feel and look to that. And that looks a lot better. I've added a lot more to it. So I can do another thing. Go here and just start cosmetically enhancing this. I can go there. This piece. Actually get rid of this piece. And let's say I'm going to put a reactor in. Need the reactor. Take this reactor, put it there. Go into here and start placing more pieces. So I'll rotate this one around. So that doesn't look too good. So let's find another piece. Will look good. Right type of piece. As you see, it's just not connecting well, not connecting nice to how I want it. So I just find what I'm looking for. I'm going to take this piece, rotate it around like so. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move some stuff around. Take that, put that there, put this in there, this there, then go up here, this piece, rotate it around, put it there, get rid of that one. Here, I'll find another nice piece that I think would fit well and look good. Take this one, put it there. But I really don't like the look of that one, so I'm going to delete it. And just play around, see what fits and feels well for what you're wanting to build. Got an idea. Hope I do. Yeah, there we go. Excuse me. So we got that done, and then you can continue messing around and playing around with things. I could take another one. I can like this. I got a better idea. Don't want those half ones. I want a thicker piece. So I could take something like this and put it over there. That's still not going to look good. I'm just playing around with different ideas and seeing what looks good for what I'm wanting to do. Ooh, idea. Rotate. Flip that. So like that. And see, it has that vent there, which really adds to the aesthetics of it. I've covered up my shielding thing. Let's go in. Let's place this piece right there. And see how I've sort of made this ship? It has an asymmetrical look. It has a good feel to it, a good look, and everything like that. And everything, for the most part, works. So I've made those changes, but I've created a problem now. And that problem is that in here, I go up to here, look at that. I'm now missing the ability to go in there. But once again, as I showed you, go in here, place another one in, go up, and there we go. We now have access to our flight controls, everything like that, and it works out well. And this helps out a lot. It looks decent. It looks nice. I may want to do some changes here. Think what I could do to make it more aesthetically pleasing. And this is where you're going to be going back and forth. And that's another tip for you. Don't just build and think, okay, everything works good. Go through and go back and forth looking at things, seeing how you can change things and alter things to make things look better. So like, for instance, I want to go in, I want to add in some more parts. I think what I'm going to add in this, I want to add these in and hit R to flip that. I'm going to rotate it around like that. I really don't like that one. It doesn't look right to me. Let's try this part. R, rotate it around like that. Oh, that looks so much better. So look at how clean and sleek I'm able to pretty much make this ship. It looks nice. It looks decent. It looks fair and well done. I could add more onto it if I wanted to. I could take like these thrusters that I could put on. Put thrusters here. Connect them on like if I wanted to. Put the thrusters here. Here. Probably put them up here. I could do other thrusters up here like these. Go here. Put shorter ones here, but they sort of cover up those blasters. What happens if I throw these on? That. Or even throw that up. And just sort of play around with the idea. See what you get. Like if I put that there, it clips into the thrusters a bit. But play around with the idea. Get creative. See what you can do. See what you like. That's the thing. Is what does it do that makes it look nice for you? And then as you notice, it's not connecting on that end. So I'm going to hit the E key. Just right like that. I can do that. Or I can get rid of these. So I can put other types of thrusters on there. Maybe these thrusters. And just sort of put them here. Right above. And I'm going to need to hit E again. And there we go. I have those thrusters there. I've done that. And we've really added onto this. I could also add in, let's say, the wings up here. Put some wings on these. And add to the value of that. I could even put them here or here. They actually look really good. I can't do it on that side. I want that part to be symmetrical. So I'm going to hit E. Place there. Right click. That. And there we go. We now have this ship and it looks decently good. If I wanted to, I could even add in more. I could go here and grab pieces like this one. Nope, I'm not going to connect to the side. But we'll look for pieces that would connect to the side and look nice. It's not connecting there, so that piece isn't going to work. So it needs, as you can see, it needs top pieces or back pieces to connect to. It will not connect to the sides like I'm wanting it to do. So maybe these will. Once again, as you see, it doesn't. So you just mainly want to play around and see what feels right for what you're wanting to do. Like this one will actually sort of connect there. And do this one, I know should connect. But it's not, and it's because the thruster's in the way. And that's what's causing the problems. And sometimes you will get little overlap bits. Utilize that to your advantage. Create that to your advantage. Like what I could do here is I could get rid of this one. And with that overlap, I could take another piece and make it stand out more. Let's try this one. So I'm going to hit R and go like that. And that adds to it, but I don't like that one as much. That one, let's see what happens when I hit R. No. I want something that sort of bows in a bit more. So I play around with different pieces, see what I can get. Click on this one. Click R. It does it, but it's one-sided, and I don't want one-sided. Not what I'm going for. If I made it a bit wider in the neck area, it would work. But that's not what I'm going for. I'm going to just look around and see what I can find that will work for that area, that fits for what I'm trying to do. What about this? If I were to do this. That actually has a better feel and fit. I like that a bit better. And so with this, I could then take like these, move them forward some, but you notice it's not fitting well. It won't even fit to this side part because of where I put those thrusters. So like for instance, if I were to get rid of this thruster and then try to move it here, I can't. Let's actually do that. Let's get rid of these thrusters. Let's move these to here, and then let's add the thrusters back to over here. Go to the thrusters. And you don't even need to do those thrusters. You can go up here and use something like these and put them like right here. Put that one there and create an interesting asynchronous more to it. Or what I can do is, because I have this piece here, go here, this piece here, R, use something like that. That would add to it. R again. It just adds to it, but I don't like that. I like the way it looked before. But what I want is I'm doing thrusters. So I can go here. As you see, I can now place in different areas. I think what I'm going to do, that there, not do that there. That just off. Think I can get rid of those, and we'll play around with this shape wise a little bit better. I could take something like these, throw them on right here. That's a little too forward. I could just do something like that. Put them right behind. So you do that. This here, as you see, looks perfect, looks fine. We got some shielding. It fits in with the wings, covers up the wings well. Adds to the shape, looks good. And stuff like that. So overall, this is pretty much how you go about and how I plan out my ships. If you found this video, please hit that like button and YouTube will think you like this next video, and have a great day.